It's an alarming statistic. Suicide is the second leading cause of death of teens and young adults, and it's important for parents to know the risk factors, the warning signs, and steps that can be taken to protect our families. So here was some important information that every parent needs to know. Is the author of the Suicide Prevention Family Handbook. We want to welcome Brett Cotter. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me in.
All right, so let's talk about, I guess, this issue, this problem that we're having with teens specifically.
Yeah, I feel that the pandemic has some after effects reverberating through our society and the world, where we've reduced our ability to communicate and we've increased our coping mechanism of going to technology, which doesn't fix the problem, but really the overarching problem is we're looking in the wrong place for the solution. We're over-focused here, and this is where the solution is. All mental illness starts with matters of the heart.
Okay. So are there warning signs that we should be aware of?
Yeah, and there are a ton of external warning signs, mood swings, isolation, risky behavior, drugs and alcohol use and abuse, even dangerous driving. But really I want to focus on the internal warning signs, your thoughts. And they start out with, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to wake up tomorrow. And then they progress, where everyone's better off without me. And then my life was a waste.
So now if you know that someone is feeling this way or you're feeling this way yourself, what do you do to change that, to create a different narrative?
So if any of those thoughts sounded familiar, call 988 right now.
Okay.
And then you have to focus on creating a great support system. To me, there's 4 keys, like 4 legs that hold up a table with strength and balance, right? You have an amazing psychiatrist and therapist for your mental health component of your support system. Get referrals from family members or friends that were in therapy, or maybe someone that works in pharmaceutical sales. They know who the good psychiatrists are, right? That's one thing. Then you want to choose a friend and a family member that is very empathetic and a great listener. Often we choose people to be in our support system and it's out of balance because they're overreactive when they hear our pain and they tell us how we should be feeling. We need good listeners to help us have space to express the emotional pain. And the 4th key to your support system is yourself, because you have access to your thoughts, your daily calendar, and your weekly schedule.
So do I want to try to do less?
You want to do the different things because your behaviors dictate your emotions, which create your thoughts. So if you're laying in bed for a long time awake, that's telling your brain that life is not worth living because you're awake and you're laying in bed. But if you go outside, put on your 3 favorite songs, even if they're favorite songs from 10 years ago, and you're barefoot in the grass and you're dancing and singing in the sunlight, you're pulling the lever on the dopamine machine, and it's going to change how you feel. If you start feeling depressed later in the day, you just start thinking about what happened earlier when you were doing that dance and singing, and a smile comes to your face.
All right, I love it. Thank you so much. The Suicide Prevention Family Handbook is out right now.